Hi, welcome to your mind-body connection. My name is Xandra, and this strength class is all about the legs. Now, I am adding in some heavier weights. We will just be using the weights for that extra strength for the lower part of the body. So you can go lighter, you can drop the weights at any time. Always honor what your body needs in the moment. And then as far as shoes or going barefoot, up to you if you need that extra support for your feet. I do recommend wearing shoes. And then also feel free to add in some music into your background if that helps keep you motivated and pumped up throughout. That is a great option as well. So we'll start with just a quick warm up, work into our strength, and then have some nice stretching poses to release into the lower portion of your body. So let's just start with hands on our hips and just begin to kick heels to glutes, starting to awaken and energize the lower part of our body. So working a little balance here as well, which is always good. We'll just do a few more of these. And then now coming into high knees. So just start to work your knees as high up as you can. You can also cross the arms in this way. Sometimes that's helpful to actually feel the contact of your knees touching your arms. We're starting to ignite a little bit more of that strength in our hip flexors as well. Let's just do a few more. Finishing out. And let that go. Now coming into a squat with some hip rotations. Up to you how low you go. So squatting down and then lift the right knee up and over and out. Squat down, lift the left knee up, over and out. So again, coming back into some balance as well. And we're just going slow and controlled. Noticing your range of motion in your hips today. Let's do one more each side. And then ending our warm up with some side lunges. So again, up to you how deeply you bend through the knees. Try to keep your back flat though as you lower down. All right, hands to hips, maybe to heart center. Step out to the right and then squat down. Come back to center. Step out to the left. Center, right, center, and just keep going. Just finding a nice rhythm for yourself. And the warm up is done. So here is where we grab onto our weights if you would like to bring those in for that extra strength building. So coming into our squats, I want to give you a couple options here. So as you come into it, again, it's up to you how low you bend here, what feels best for your joints. You want to keep your back nice and flat. And so you can squat down, come all the way up, squeeze the glutes at the top to bring a little bit more activation into those muscles. Okay, another option. You stay low. You don't come all the way up for your squat. So that is going to bring a little bit more intensity into it. Okay, so you choose. Maybe you do a combo. We will do 3 sets. All right, strong foundation through the feet, tall upper body. Let's do it. Squat down, lift up. So you're choosing whether you go all the way up or staying low. Feeling your feet ground into the earth. We're just doing 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our rests in between are very short-lived. If anytime you need to release the weights, do so. Okay, let's get right back into it. Squatting either all the way or coming into that low squat. Let's do it. Maybe you're really feeling it already. I know I'm getting warm. My heart rate is increasing. And we're feeling into the transitions as much as we're feeling into the depth of the squat that we're creating. Slow and controlled. Last 2, last 1. Okay, first time, we're getting a feel for it. Second time, we're working a little bit deeper to our edge. Third time through, this is the last little bit of effort. So maybe you challenge yourself a little bit more. Let's go even slower this time. All right, ready and go. So again, you can just come halfway, back is flat. You are doing your best to meet yourself at your edge. We just have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come down and hold. Little pulses. This is how we finish. We're here for just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Give your arms a little break if you're holding those weights. Maybe a quick water break as well. You're doing great. Doesn't take a lot of time to really start to build in to our strength, warming the body, and just connecting back to ourselves in this practice of self-care. So our next exercise, we are going to come into lunges, stepping back into them with the option to bend your back knee. So I'll show you first, and then you can decide which variation. So either stepping back and then bending, straightening, coming back forward, switching sides. If that is not feeling okay for your knee joint, you're just stepping back, holding, and then stepping forward and switching sides. Slow and controlled movement. Let's get to it. So starting with the right foot forward, we'll step back with our left foot. And here we go, back in it. So finding a focal point to keep gazing at to help with your balance. Because we are having to work into that, especially if you're barefoot, this can feel just a little bit more challenging. And it's okay to be a little wobbly. Just get back into it, keep trying. Doing so good. Let's do one more each side. And then that little rest. Notice how you feel. Keep checking in. Now we'll start with the left foot forward, stepping our right foot back. All right, let's do it. Step right foot, bend, straighten, step forward. You can also do a little combo. Maybe one time through, you take the bend out of the knee if that feels better for you. So just doing a few more each side. Let's do one more. Finishing out with our right foot forward. Okay, one more time through. So we'll start once again with the right foot forward. This last round, we will go just a little bit longer. You can do it, you're strong. We're in it together. Okay, so right foot is forward, step the left foot back. Keeping that mental focus. Keep honoring the wisdom of your body. Tap into your personal edge that will look different every day. Some days we need more, some days we need less. We are almost through it. This is your last little bit of effort with your lunges. Finishing out with that left foot forward, stepping your right foot back, and release. Let it be there. Drop the weights for a moment, shake it out. Give some gratitude to your legs for carrying you through your life. Okay, so the next exercise we will do are deadlifts. So this not only builds strength into our legs, but also this is a great back strengthener as well. We're also connecting to our core. So as you come into it, we do want to have a little bend to our knees as we come down, but we're doing our best to keep our back as flat as possible. So as you come into it, back is flat, press your hips back, and then lift up. That option to squeeze the glutes at the top to bring some more muscle activation into that part of your body. Okay? So we'll start with both of our legs grounding down, and then we'll move to one-legged deadlifts after that. Okay? So let's get to it. You got this. You're strong. So legs are rooted, feet are grounding, and then bending the knees a little bit as we lower down. Let's do it. 1, 2. We're just doing 10 here. 3, 4, 5. Core is strong. 6. Gaze is forward. 7, 8, 9. Finish out last one. Now working into a little bit more strength for the right leg. So same positioning through the right leg. This time our left foot steps back a little bit and we're just balancing on the ball of our left foot and coming back into our deadlifts. Ready and go. So bending down, lifting up. So you're feeling a lot of that weight now shift into your right side. This is number 5, 4, 3, 2, almost there. Last one. Great job. Go into the left side now, stepping right foot back a little bit. We are just balancing on the ball of our right foot as we come into our single leg deadlift. Ready? Let's go. Bending down, strong back, strong core. Slow and controlled. You're already at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's just be done with those deadlifts. Really great job. Now coming into our sumo squats. So as you come into your sumo squats, heels in, toes out, you want to track your knees towards your toes. Up to you how low you go. If you need a little moment to shake it out, or just do this without the weights, totally optional. I'm gonna actually grab a little water for myself, deepen my breath as I talk you through it. I'm right there with you. I am sweating, I am feeling it in my legs. So grabbing the weights, if you took a little moment of a rest, and then we come into those squats. So we're just allowing the weights to hang in front of us, just adding that extra strength there. We're gonna do this 3 times through. Maybe you're really feeling it into the legs, all that strength. We're almost through our standing strength series. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And just like in a lot of ours, we're trying to keep the back as straight as possible. Okay, coming into it again. These sumo squats build a lot of strength, also too for our inner hips. And remember, everything is connected. All of the muscles from your feet all the way up into your hips, your glutes. We're working the full low body here today. Last 3, last 2, last one. Okay, just one more. You can do it. Ready? Begin. Squat down, lift up. Maybe you need to not go as low. Maybe you can go even lower. tap into your personal edge. We just have 4 more, 3, 2. On this last one, we are holding and we are pulsing. If you want to add a little challenge to your balance, lift your heels. This is the last little bit of effort here. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that. Take a moment, take a rest. Let it go. Check in. How do you feel? This is going to be our last standing strengthening exercise. So we're revisiting our side lunges just like we did in our warm-up, but this time we are adding the weights in and also a couple options if you want to add in a challenge balance. So just take a moment, let your breath deepen, heart rate come down a little bit. Okay, I know the breaks are short-lived, but we don't have a lot of time, right? We want to get as much done as we can in this short time together. So we're starting by stepping out to the right, and I'll show you first the options to come into. So you can just step back in this way. We'll start with 10 on the right before we move to the left. Option to bring in some balance challenge. So as you step down, you come into that lunge, and then you lift the knee up and come back into it. Okay, so you choose. Maybe you do a little bit of both. Let's do it. You got it. Right side, step out to that lunge. Maybe the knee hugs up and in. Maybe you just step in. Up to you and the feedback that your body is giving to you. We're already halfway through this side. So you can always change it up, do a little combo. Just 2 more. Last one. And release. Left side, going right into it. And it's up to you how far you step out, how deeply you get into that lunge. Let's go. Option 2, maybe you just start by stepping in, and then you can add in the balance challenge to the mix. We're already halfway there. You're doing great. Last 2. Last one. Okay, take a little moment. I'm gonna drop my weights for a second. Coming back into the right side. The last time through, we'll alternate from right to left. This is how we end the standing part of our strength. So give the most effort you can here. You are strong. Your legs are getting strong. It's all good. Let's start to the right. So we're halfway there. Maybe you switch it up. Just have 2 more this side. This is it, last one. And come to center, going right into the left. Lunge out, center, lunge, center. We got it. Doing good. We're already halfway through this side. Keeping your back nice and flat. Just a few more. This is it. And rest for a moment. Shake it out, let it go. So this is where we now alternate from side to side. This is how we finish. You got it. So maybe you drop the weights now, if that feels better for you. Do it. Listen to your body. Okay, starting to the right. Now we're moving to the left. Feeling into so much of that lower body strength, right? All muscles connecting together from the feet all the way up into your glutes, into your hips. Everything is getting stronger. Okay, last few. You decide how you are finishing. One more, right to left. And let it be there. Drop the weights. That little moment of rest. Good news is we're coming down to the floor. We'll now move into some more isolated strength for our glutes. So again, weights are optional. You can bring those into it, or you can do this all without using the weights. So now making our way into our tabletop position. So if you are grabbing hold of the weight, you are going to be squeezing the weight into the back of your right knee. We'll start on the right side. So strong tabletop, connect to your core strength, low belly hugs in and up. Fingers are spread wide. And then we're starting with our donkey kick. So slow and controlled. Squeeze your weight if you have it there, and then just lift your foot up towards the sky. Gently release the knee down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze the weight if you have it. Feel that activation into your glutes and hamstrings. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are all going to alternate between legs, so that's your little rest. When we bring it to the left, your right leg is resting for a moment. Strong foundation, strong core. Squeeze the weight if you have it there, and then press your left foot up, lower down, lift, lower, lift, lower, engage. So feel the activation there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going into right side, straight into it. Reset your strong foundation and then go. So as you kick up, especially if your weight is there, you're engaging, you're squeezing hamstrings and glutes as much as you can. We're halfway there. Last 2. One more. Move it over to the left. And then working into our strength. Left side, begin. Keeping your gaze down, back of neck long. You're halfway there. Last 3, 2, and 1. This will be our last round. After the 10th one, we are gonna pulse. So as you come into the weight squeezing in, you're gonna maintain that action as best as you can as you pulse at the end. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's where we hold, just pulse. Feel into that burn. You're getting so strong through the backs of your legs here. Stay with it, almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that left side. This is how we finish. You got it. We're starting with those slow and controlled movements. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here is where we hold, and you just start to pulse it out. Try to keep your hips level, low belly hugging in and up. Feeling that burn. We're in it together. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. How do you feel? I know towards the end, we're maybe feeling a little bit more fatigued, but you got this. We just have one more strengthening set to go. So we're coming into our bridges. You do have the option to take your weight and hold it against your hips as you come into your bridge raises. So lying down on your back, option for the weight there, right at your hip points. Feet about hip width apart, heels closer into the glutes. Just take a moment, relax before we get into it. Deepen your breath. So as you start to come into this and lifting your hips, we want to squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings as much as we can. So we're creating that activation, that strength through the back body. Ready? Let's go. Lift and lower. So again, coming back to slower, more controlled movements, really feeling into what is engaging, what is releasing as you lift and lower. Just 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax for a moment. So you can link your breath with your movement here as well. Inhale, lifting your hips, exhale, lowering. Sometimes that allows you to settle into this work with a little bit more ease. Second set, let's do it. Lift and lower. And just notice the changes that have happened in a short amount of time. It doesn't take a long time to build into our strength. We can get a lot done in a short amount of time. You're doing so good. Just 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Relax for a moment. We just have 1 more. Now we are doing our one-legged bridge pose. So we'll do it just 1 set of 10 on the right, 1 on the left, and then we'll stretch it out. You're almost there, doing great. So start by lifting your hips up and then ground through your left foot. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. So we're lifting and then lowering. So trying to keep all that activation of your right leg as that force and power to keep lifting up. Okay, you're already halfway there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold. And then bring the foot down first and lower your hips. Okay, left side, lift your hips first. Ground through the right foot, lift through the left. And then start to lower and lift. So use some strength of your lifted leg to help bring strength into your glutes and hamstrings for these last little bit of exercises we're doing. Just 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold for a moment. Rebend your knee, plant your foot, lower your hips. Remove your weight if it was there. And just give yourself a much deserved hug for showing up to your strength class today. Just rock it out a little bit, massage into your low back. Now planting your feet down, cross the right ankle above your left. Weave your hands to the back of your left thigh, reclined pigeon. So you can use your right elbow against your right knee to press your knee forward. You can also lengthen your left leg up towards the sky. Try to keep your tailbone grounding into the earth. And then just notice where you can soften through the shoulders, through the face. Start to let go of any engagement of your muscles. Deepen your breath. Now letting go of the right side, moving into the left. Cross your left ankle above the right knee. Weave your hand to the back of the right thigh. And to feel more, you press the left elbow into left knee. And then option to add on, straightening the right leg up towards the sky. And just working into the deep stretch and release of all that strength that we build into. Give your body some love and gratitude for all that it has done for you today and every day. Take just one more full round of breath. And then release. Hug the knees in. You can either rock and roll your way to tabletop or just roll over to your side, making your way onto your hands and your knees. We'll move into a downward facing dog. So just lift your hips high to the sky. Pedal your feet. Now stepping your right foot forward, dropping into a low lunge. So just working on stretching through the hip flexors. Interlace your fingers, press your palms into the right thigh, and just drop into it. Now releasing your left hand to the ground, splay your right knee open, come onto the outer edge of your right foot, and then start to bend your back knee, move beyond your kneecap. You can either just hug the heel in, feeling into the quad stretch, or see if you can reach back with your right hand to grab hold. Now releasing into half splits, so shifting your hips back in space, coming onto the heel of your right foot, and then just start to fold forward, stretching into all that strength that you just built here in your donkey kicks, bridge lifts. Feel into the release there now. Now moving back forward into your lunge, downward facing dog, and just switching sides. So stepping your left foot forward, drop into your lunge, stretching into the right hip flexors, hands to thigh, heart is lifted, breath is deep. Now release your right hand down, splay your left knee open. You're spinning onto the outer edge of your left foot. Start to bend your back knee, move beyond the kneecap. If you can, grab hold. Start to draw your foot in a little bit closer. And then releasing, half splits, working your left foot a little bit more forward. Shift your hips back and fold. Stretch, feel the release. Now moving back forward into your lunge, downward facing dog. And then walk your feet all the way forward, come into a standing forward fold. Grab onto opposite elbows, bend into your knees. Little ragdoll action, let your head hang heavy. And then one vertebrae at a time, come all the way up, roll the shoulders. Great work today, you did it. You're stronger in your low body. I am so grateful to guide you through your practice. Have a great rest of your day.